What's up, guys? This is Heis, and today we're talking about guitars, not about trains. Weird change, right? For those of you who are newer to the channel or haven't been here since the very beginning, most of my early videos were actually done specifically about guitar and music production. I actually wrote and recorded the soundtrack for Railroads Online, rest in peace, which has unfortunately since been removed from the game, but that's a whole nother deal right there. But you can still listen to the soundtrack, by the way. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, all that stuff. Wherever you stream or download music, you can find it there, and you can go listen, and there's actually a couple extra songs in there. So thank you guys so much for listening to that, and I'm glad that you enjoyed the soundtrack despite everything else that's gone on. But the topic that I want to talk about in today's video is specifically this new guitar that I've gotten. It's a different kind of guitar, and it's really been inspiring and kind of been my obsession for the past couple of weeks. So I figured, hey, let's make a video, and yeah, okay, it's guitar stuff, not train stuff, but hopefully you'll stick around and enjoy it too, because I'm really a guy of two passions, and the guitar stuff's what I get excited about on the other side, outside of the train world. So let's take a look at it, shall we? So this is it. It's kind of goofy looking, isn't it? The seafoam green is kind of interesting, and then, you know, white appointments and everything else. It is a Squire Baritone Telecaster. What does baritone mean for a guitar? Well, for most instruments, it means that it's a deeper pitched one, which is the same case with this thing. So if I were to grab my Strat, this is more along the lines of what a normal guitar would sound like, so let's check that out. So that's my Strat. It has a scale length of 25.5 inches between the bridge and the nut, so that's how long the strings are, the playable area. And so that means it's set up for a normal tuning. I have this guitar in E-flat standard. Most guitars are usually in E standard, but us rock and roll people like to tune it down a little bit. A lot of bands do that, and so most of my guitars live there. But the baritone is not in E-flat standard. It is in B-flat standard, which means you're going from this note here and then an octave lower. So check out how this thing sounds. So here's the baritone. That normal lowest note on the guitar is right here. And then we can go. So when you play the chords you know, and the positions you know, everything becomes like deep and rich. It's just really, really fun. But one thing that Squire got really, really well with this guitar is the choice of pickups that it has. I picked this guitar up because it was one of the cheapest baritones I'd seen. It was only a couple $100, which for a guitar is pretty inexpensive. And so the looks were whatever. I just wanted to see what a baritone was like, and I've kind of fallen in love with this one because of the pickup choice that they've made. Each pickup and then the blend of both pickups puts me in a different inspirational place as a player, and it's just really, really cool. The first thing I really got into was both pickups up at the same time, and then a little bit of extra effects on the side that help out. This is the Strymon Flint, which is a reverb and a tremolo, and if you get the right amount of spring reverb and a little bit of an intense tremolo going on, you get transported kind of into the Old West really, really quick. And I really wish I had this thing when I was making the Railroads Online soundtrack. God, it would have been cool. Anyways, that's what this sounds like. combination of the two pickups is just wonderful. Next, let's take a look at just the neck pickup right here, which really just gives this soft attack that feels really ethereal, and just paired with the reverb, again, it can put you into a really inspirational place. I'm also going to add a little delay because we like effects pedals around here. There's that, just this pickup right here, there's something about it that I was in a different dimension right then. Like, that, I was not on this planet, I was in Guitar Land, and it just grabs me. It's one of my favorite things about playing guitar, is when you run into a guitar or a pedal or sound or something that takes you into a different place and inspires you differently. And this guitar in all three positions does that, each with a different vibe. And there's just something so like melancholy and sweet about that tone that, yeah, it's cool. It's hard to talk about. You just got to know the feeling. But last but not least is just the bridge pickup. And this thing does the real country twang Telecaster thing like it's supposed to do, which I've never really been a huge fan of, but it's turned into just fun. We have a little fun with this one. Kicking off the tremolo and the delay, and we're gonna get back to a spring reverb, get authentically twangy, and we'll add a little bit of a clean boost to give me a little more grit. It's just fun. It's just good, spirited, silly madness, guitar madness fun. This thing is yeah, I don't know what else to say. Just from the fun twang of the bridge, the good combo of both, and the ethereal madness of just the neck. I mean, Squire really hit it out of the park with this thing. It's just, it's totally different to any of the guitars I have, but it does its thing, and it does its thing really well, and it is really fun to mess with. So I'm a huge fan of this thing. And I really, really did wish I had something like this when I was making the soundtrack. The amount of fun stuff that we could have had with some low rumbly, you know, Old West sounds would have been really cool. Anyway. So, I hoped you liked this little bit of guitar madness on this day. We'll get back to the trains soon enough, don't worry about it, but this has kind of been possessing the little bit of free time I do have these days, and I've been having fun with it, and I really wanted to share some of the madness with you guys. So hopefully it was interesting, and hopefully you thought it was fun to watch. Let me know down below if you'd like to see some more guitar stuff coming up. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you all next time.